What's up everybody? Shane here again, and I have a new budget deck profile for you. This time it is Vicious from Cowboy Bebop. This deck is hyper aggressive and it's a blast to play. So let's get right into it. Alright, so your character is Vicious. This is an aggressive character. We're going to be focusing on the bottom ability where you lose 1 vitality to give the attack +2 damage, and then if it's not blocked, you get to draw a card. So the focus of this deck, every attack is a high attack and it has the weapon keyword. So it's just high weapons, and we're going to be tossing like a lot of these every turn, and then eventually they're going to run out of blocks and we're going to keep drawing cards and just drawing more attacks, and we're just going to kill them with all these moves. So that's the main focus of the deck. His top ability, you burn for 2 to make the opponent flip a foundation. We're not really going to be doing that too much. There are some situations where you do want to do that, but for the most part, we need as much of our 31 vitality as possible. So we're not even going to bother flipping their entire staging area unless it's like super necessary, but it just depends. So yeah, the main focus, just burn a life, give the attacks +2 damage, and then draw cards. So moving on to the attacks, we are just going to start off with a broken attack in Vicious. This is so good. Syndicate Slice. This card is busted in Vicious, dude. So Vicious, you burn a life to give the attack +2 damage, and then if it's not blocked, you get to draw a card. Syndicate Slice says if this attack is blocked, draw a card. So no matter what, you're gonna draw a card when you play Syndicate Slice. This also makes the next attack you play easier to pass because it gives +1 to the check to play it. So this is like our opener attack. Whenever we get Syndicate Slice, we're gonna open with this attack, and it's gonna draw us a card and make our next attack easier to play. So this is just like a super strong card in Vicious, so for Syndicate Slice. Next up, we have 4 Tears of Scarlet. This is another catch-22 situation in Vicious. So, again, you burn for 1, give this +2 damage. If it's not blocked, you get to draw a card. This card says if this attack is blocked, you remove it from the game after it resolves. So this card leaves your card pool, and then your attacks are cheaper to play because this is no longer there. This also gives your next attack +2 damage, so it's just an aggressive card. It works very well with Vicious. It's in his kit. So yeah, 4 Tears of Scarlet. Next up, we have Redemption. This is an Ivy attack from Soul Calibur. This is like a little cheap 3 damage attack that gives your next attack +3 damage, which is insane. And then if this attack is completely blocked, it still deals 1 damage. So you got Vicious, right? And it's like, okay, you make it 5 damage. If it's not blocked, we're gonna draw a card. And then if it is blocked, no matter what, you're gonna take 1 damage. If it's completely blocked, I guess they can half block it and take 3, but that just sounds awful. So they're probably not doing that. So yeah, Redemption is a very good card because it's just really cheap and makes your next attack very big. So yeah, for Redemption. Next up, we have KERSPLAT. This is very strong. So with this card here, you commit a foundation and your next card you play ignores progressive difficulty. So this is gonna make our next attack basically free. So we usually go attack, 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 then KERSPLAT, then make the next attack free. Yeah, it's also a high weapon. Every attack in this deck is a high weapon. That doesn't really matter. Face Splitter. So usually we KERSPLAT into the Face Splitter. This is a combo enhance where you get +1 speed, +1 damage for each weapon card in your card pool. So usually this gets like +4, +4, +5, +5, and then you give it +2 damage with Vicious, so it's hitting for like 11 damage, and it's so much speed, so you're gonna draw a card off of it. And yeah, this is one of the strongest attacks in the deck. But perhaps the closer in most games is gonna be Steel Resurrection. This card's busted. So this card gets -1 to the difficulty to play it for each weapon card in your card pool. So like basically you go attack, 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 then you play this, it's always on a 5. So it's like very insane in this deck because every attack is a weapon, every attack's high, so like you just play this at the end and you give it +2 damage with Vicious, it's 7 damage, and if they magically block with a non-attack card, they burn for 2. So this is just a closer. So yeah, that's all the attacks. That's actually 24 attacks. So like Steel Res, Face Splitter, KERSPLAT, Redemption, Tears of Scarlet, and Syndicate Slice, yeah. Alright, moving on to the foundations. We have for the original Mechanical Ninja. Basically what this is free speed on all your attacks. So you have these in your staging area and you check a 4, and if you pass it, then your attack gets +1 speed. It makes it harder for them to block, and when they can't block, you're just gonna draw a card with Vicious. So very strong in the deck. Also, when you play this in your card pool, you respond, and then your next check to play a weapon card gets +2. So this combos really well with Face Splitter. So combo off a weapon, this has the weapon keyword, so like you can go attack, 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 original Mechanical Ninja, respond, original mechanical ninja, then face splitter. You can combo because this has the weapon keyword, and then it's like +6/+6. +6 speed, +6 damage, so that's really good. And then, even after that, you can just toss a Steel Res, because this card gets -1 difficulty for each weapon card, and this is a weapon card, so you can see how aggressive this deck can be. So yeah, this is perfect for the deck. Then we have 2 copies of True Identity. This is probably the most expensive card in the deck. This is like a $2 card. But basically you form, you commit, and then your checks to play attacks get +1 for the rest of the turn. That's exactly what we want. You can invest in more of these. You can play 3 or 4 just to see it turn 1, so you can do a lot of damage turn 2, but you only really need 2. So yeah, True Identity just does everything you want the deck to do. For eliminating the Van, staple card, and Vicious, you can discard extra cards from your hand for +2 damage or -2 damage on defense, but then in a pinch you can flip this to gain 3 vitality. So this just helps extend how much life you have, and then it's extra survivability as well. So for eliminating the Van. Next up we have Failed Coup. This is very important. What we're going to use this for is the bottom ability where you discard 1 evil card and then you ready this foundation. So because you're playing so many attacks and this deck has so many attacks in it, you're going to be checking 3s. So that means you want to commit this, and then you're going to be drawing extra cards with Vicious. So any card you draw with the evil symbol, you can just pitch it to ready this, and then you can attack again, then just commit. Because this isn't limited to once per turn. You can keep committing this and readying it. As long as you have evil cards to pitch for this effect, then you can just keep readying this and just extend your kill turn. Another thing to note is that this is an all deck, so every attack in this has all. So the top ability, you can commit to give your all attack +2 speed. So like if you really need to, you can push your attack through and then draw a card with Vicious because the speed's too high and they cannot block. So this card's important. Next up we have 4 Eviscerate from 7th Cross. This card's really good and vicious. This is a situation, remember when I said earlier how you normally never want to burn for 2 to make them flip? Well, this card here, the card pool response, if they have more face downs than you, after you play this card, it goes into your staging area. So you can like draw this during your turn with Vicious and then just play it, move it down because they have more face downs, because you can pay 2. To make them flip, and then they have more face downs than you, so you just draw this during your turn, play it, move it down. Now you have an extra foundation to help you pass checks. This card is also very good against the breaker keyword because like you can play an attack, make them flip 1, and then they breaker 2 you, making your next card like +2 to the difficulty. So you just play this, pass the check, clear the breaker, this moves down, and then now you can just kill them with attacks. So yeah, this card is very good and vicious. Next up we have some defense for Feifei. You basically flip this for -3 speed, makes it easier to block stuff. So yeah, this is just kind of like some very important defense that you have. Along with for Feifei, we have a Curious Magnetism. Like if you're playing Feifei, you want to play Curious Magnetism because you commit this to switch the attack speed and damage values, and that's only on your opponent's attack. So what happens, they toss like, you know, like a 3 speed, 10 damage attack. Well, okay. -3 speed, now it's 0 speed for 10 damage. Now I'll switch the speed and damage values. Now it's 10 speed for 0 damage. Like sure, I'll just take it. So yeah, if you're playing Feifeis, you usually want to play Curious Magnetism. Next up we have 4 Fallen Angels. This is a good spam card. Basically with this deck, you want to build as many foundations as possible on turn 1 so you can assault them turn 2 and then maybe clean up on turn 3. So this card here helps you see the next card you can check, and then if it's like a 5, then you keep it, then you play your foundation. If it's a 3, you then can pitch it and just try your luck again. So yeah, this is a really good card. It's also a really good low block as well. So it's 4 Fallen Angels. Next up we have Profane Sanctuary. Since this is an aggressive deck and you want to attack constantly, Breaker's a problem. This card, you just flip this to cancel Breaker. So like if they have any Breaker cards that can like stifle your turn, you're just like nope, cancel it, just for a flip cost. So it's also 0 difficulty, helps you play more cards turn 1. So yeah, that's good too. Ooh, Partners in Crime. This card, it has some really good synergy in the deck. This is our only momentum outlet where we, the bomb ability, you can discard a momentum to make your opponent also discard a momentum as well. So that's our main thing. Like the momentum we gain is going to be used to keep the opponent off of their momentum. But the top ability, response, commit, flip, and after you play an attack that shares 2 resource symbols with your character, or at least 2 resource symbols with your character, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck and you rearrange them in any order. So, remember we were talking about Syndicate Slice. This card, where's my Vicious character? Where are you at? There you are, okay. This card shares 2 symbols with Vicious, and this card draws you a card. So you play this, you respawn Partners in Crime, and then you just stack an attack on top of your deck, and then no matter what, if they block, if they don't block, you're gonna draw the attack. So this card, in combination with Syndicate Slice, allows you to draw a card. It also just helps you see your checks, so you know which cards you're going to check, and then you can rig the card you're going to draw with Vicious if they don't block. So it's pretty good early, mid, and late attack string as well. So yeah, 3 Partners in Crime. Next up, we have 2, the kitten race, I'm not sure how to say that, but anyways, this card is really good because you remove it, and then your next check to play a printed 4 damage attack gets +3. Now, you notice Syndicate Slice has +4, but we're usually opening with this, so it doesn't really matter with that. However, we also have 2 more attacks. KERSPLAT, which has a 4 damage as well. And then we have Face Splitter, which is also 4 damage. So usually what we do is we attack, then we use this, we remove it to play KERSPLAT, then we commit a Foundation to make the next card you play ignore progressive, then you hit him with a Face Splitter on a 4. So like this card allows you to extend your kill turn. You just go like 3 attacks, pop this for a KERSPLAT, commit a Foundation, play Face Splitter, and just kill them. And then if you have Steel Reses, you just play Steel Reses after that. So yeah, that's the entire deck actually. I don't have any more cards to show you. If you wanted to make this not budget, I don't know. Probably just add more of these in there. There are probably some foundations, like the attack lamp I wouldn't even touch, but there's probably some foundations that are really good, but mainly you probably want to play 3 or 4 of this if you want to make it not budget, because you want to see this turn 1 because you just form commit, and then all your checks to play attacks are +1. It just helps you kill them. So yeah, let's get into a solitaire of the deck. All right, we're gonna give this deck a good shuffle, and then I'll show you guys how the deck works. All right, so we're gonna roll some dice because it's fun. So let's see here. This is the opponent's roll. They rolled a 5, and our roll is a 6. So we're gonna go ahead and take the first turn. We're gonna go ahead and draw 6 cards. So we can play 5 foundations this turn. Let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna keep this hand. We're just gonna play this. Passes. This is a safety 3s deck, so there's no check under a 3. So that's on a 3. This is going to be on a 3. We're going to use this reveal top card. We can pass that. So, all right, built 5 turn 1. Pretty good. So now they can build our turn. We draw some cards. Ooh, this is good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and play Syndicate Slice. That's going to be on a 4. Passes. So what we're going to do is use Vicious, cut for 1. Give it +2 damage. If it's not blocked, we get to draw a card. Then Syndicate Slice, if it is blocked, we draw a card. Then we can say our next check to play attack, it's +1. And then if we want to, we can check a 4 to give it +1 speed. I don't see why not. Sure, it's fine. So yeah, they're going to go ahead and they're probably going to block this. The way I like to solitaire this deck is that I like to feel if I'm attacking turn 2, they have 2 blocks. So they block this, they don't take anything. Syndicate Slice happens, we draw a card. Ooh, Tears of Scarlet, that's good. I think we play Tears of Scarlet next. So yeah, that's going to be on a 4. We make a check. 3 +1 from the Syndicate Slice, so it passes. We're going to cut for 1 for Vicious, give it +2 damage. Now we can check a 4, give it +1 speed. Then if it is blocked, we remove it from the game. Then if it's not blocked, we get to draw a card. The next attack this turn gets +2 damage, so we're going to put that over there to signify it gets +2 damage. So now, they're probably not going to block this one because if they do block it, this gets removed. And our next attack's +2 damage anyway, so it kind of is a telegraph that the next attack's going to be bigger. So they're going to take 5. So they've taken 5 damage. It wasn't blocked, we get to draw a card. Okay, so now we can go ahead and play another Syndicate Slice. 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. So it comes in at +2. We're going to cut for 1, give it 2 damage. Then we're going to check a 4, give it +1 speed. Then if it is blocked, we draw a card. If it's not blocked, we draw a card. Next check to play attack is +1. All right, so they're probably going to block this. What are the chances they have 2 high blocks? Let's just say they half block because they had a high then a mid. So they block this and they block that, so they take 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, because it's 8 damage. So it's blocked, we get to draw a card. Ooh, that's kind of nice. So now we're going to play Redemption, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 plus 1 from the Syndicate Slice, so it passes. We're going to cut for 1 for Vicious, give it plus 2 damage. Then we're going to go ahead and Mechanical Ninja, give it plus 1 speed. Then the next attack we play is plus 3 damage, and then they can't block this, so they're going to take 5. So I've taken 14, we get to draw 1 card. Ooh, a Steel Res, busted. So now we just hit him with Steel Reses. So that's going to be on a 5. Check a 5, comes in at plus 3 damage. We're going to go ahead and burn 1 for Vicious. So that's at 10. Then if they block with a non-attack, they burn for 2, but they probably can't block it. So yeah, looks like they're going to take 10. Beep, beep. So they're at 20. They've taken 24 damage. Let's hit them with another Steel Res on a 5. 3, 4, 5, passes. We're going to go ahead and Vicious, cut for 1, give it plus 2 damage. So yeah, that's going to hit him for 7. So that's 31 damage right there. And that was turn 2 because we built 5. That was pretty lucky. Let's go and try another one just to, because that was pretty lucky. But as you can see, a budget deck just pooped out 31 damage on turn 2. So let's try again. That was pretty lucky. Alright, so now we're going to try a game going second. This deck's fun going second because you can actually toss attacks at him turn 1. So we draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, this is pretty good. I think we hold on to this. We don't have any Tears of Scarlet. If you have like Tears of Scarlet or Redemption, you can just toss attacks at him turn 1 and just do a lot of damage. But we don't. So they go, they build. Argo, we build as well. So 3, 3, 3. We build 4. Easy money. So then their turn, so we have 2 options here. We can just like take damage, just face tank damage, and then hope to draw attacks and just kill them. So let's just say, yeah, let's just do that. They toss like a 7 damage attack, whatever, take it. They can toss a, like another 7 damage attack, whatever, take it. We're at 17. Like, they have to respect our defense here. We have Feifei, so we could block something. They've already dealt their damage, so they're probably just going to build. So they've dealt, what? 14 to us, that's fine. Okay, so they're gonna build. So we're gonna go ahead and draw. Ooh, yes, this is good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and form True Identity. All of our checks get plus 1 for the rest of the turn to play attacks. So we're gonna lead with Redemption. Passes. So I'm gonna put this over here just to remind me I got plus 1 of my checks. So we're gonna burn 1 for Vicious, give it plus 2 damage. This is a situation where we could burn 2 to make him flip because we have Eviscerate. So yeah, we're going to burn 2, make him flip. We're in desperation now. So they have more face downs than us. So then if it's completely blocked, still deals 1 damage. And then our next ranger weapon gets plus 3. So let's just say they have like 2 blocks. So do they want to block this? Probably not, because this is 5 damage and then the next attack we play is plus 3 damage. So they're probably going to take this. So they take 5. We draw a card. Whoop. Ooh. That's a good one. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't we play this? That's going to be on a 4. Check a 6, passes. This comes in at plus 3 damage. We're going to go ahead and Vicious, cut for 1, give it plus 2 damage. So if it's not blocked, we draw a card. If it is blocked, we remove this from the game after it resolves. The next attack is plus 2 damage. They'll probably block this because it's 8 damage. They don't want to take 8. So yeah, they're going to block that. This gets removed from the game. So now we can go ahead and lead with like another Redemption. That's going to be on a 4. Passes, comes in at plus 2 damage. We're going to go ahead and cut 1 for Vicious, give it plus 2 damage. So if it is not blocked, we draw a card, and then this is if it's completely blocked, still deals 1 damage, we give it plus 3 damage. So I don't know if they can block this. Let's just say that they, I don't know, they have like 1 more block in their hand. Let's just say they block it. So yeah, they magically block it. They take 1 because it was a full block. So now we have to deal a lot of damage. So let's go ahead and play Eviscerate because they have more face downs than us. This comes down. This is going to be on a 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go ahead. Oh, this gets plus 3 damage because of Redemption. We cut 1 for Vicious, give it plus 2. Then we combo for plus 3, plus 3. And then they're not going to block that. So they take 9. They take 12. So we draw a card. We need to pass this Face Splitter. 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can do it. So this is gonna. We don't get plus 2 for Vicious, but we can combo for plus 4, plus 4. That's gonna be 8. Let's discard 1 for failed Coup to ready it. Yeah, okay. Now they take 8. 1, 2, 3. Now we just have to pass a steel res. That's on a 5. 3, 4, 5. Busted. Okay, yep. And then they take 5. So that's 31 damage. We went second that game. So yeah, the deck's like super good. It's a fun deck. You just draw attacks, play attacks. Everything's a high attack, so they eventually run out of blocks because, like, what are they going to do? Hold 3 high blocks in their hand? They'll probably hold, like, at the very worst, they'll hold like 2 highs in the mid because it's what they have. They'll probably play out all their low blocks, but if they have attacks with low blocks, like, that doesn't help them because when they build, like, those blocks are useless. So yeah, this is a fun deck. All right, everybody, that is the budget vicious deck. I'm not sure how much it costs at the moment, but I'm gonna go ahead and go on legendarywolfgames.com and price it all out, and I'll throw it up on the screen. I can't imagine it's like more than $30. Like, this has to be like $25 or under. So we'll see how much it is. Also, this video is sponsored by legendarywolfgames.com. Get all of your UFS cards and other TCG singles at legendarywolfgames.com. .com. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the deck profile, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.